Hey everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with you today with an article from townhall.com dated May 8th. And remember this thing, but you probably don't. Maybe you do, but it was a really stupid idea at the time. But the title of the article is New Report Shows the Cost of Biden's Gaza Terrorist Pier. It's not good. And remember, before we get into it, they said that like 3 people were injured, making it, and it cost like a few $100 million to do this. Well, you're about to see that, like I said, it's not particularly good. And this should be a pretty quick video. It says, then President Joe Biden wanted to help the terrorists in Gaza, so he greenlit a pier. We all knew it was a bad decision, but Braindead Joe, being the undisputed leader for bad foreign policy decisions, decided to build one anyway. It was later abandoned, faced daily attacks by terrorists, and was a boondoggle that cost more than just money. 62 American service members got injured in this fiasco, one of which died from his injury. So remember, again, they told us 3 people got injured. It was 62. So they underestimated it, or not underestimated, but they underreported by just the scotch. It says it's unclear when and where these casualties occurred, but suffice it to say that all of this happening to help Hamas seems steep. The report also painted a picture of dysfunction between the branches, where the U.S. Army and Navy were not properly trained or equipped to handle the mission. So it's just high marks all around for the Biden administration on this. So it says former President Joe Biden's failed floating Gaza pier plan left 62 U.S. personnel injured, 1 service member dead, and caused at least $31 million in damage to military equipment, according to a scathing Pentagon watchdog report that found the Army and Navy failed to properly plan, train for, prepare for, and coordinate the mission. So I like how it's just there's more money, more military equipment that Joe Biden just either abandoned or left damage, like his Afghanistan withdrawal. So I mean, what was that, billions of dollars? So let's just add this to his tab. Continuing on, it says the project, which Biden announced during his 2024 State of the Union address amid mounting protests on the left over Israel's war against Hamas, sought to deliver humanitarian aid to the terrorist-controlled enclave, but ultimately, was functional for just 20 days before being abandoned. Says the Defense Department and Office of Inspector General, or the DoD OIG, so lots of acronyms are, there. Says they report, it was released late Tuesday, found that the military services were not adequately prepped for the mission, dubbed Operation Neptune Solace. Cool name, though. But the project moved ahead despite the Army and Navy facing low equipment mission-capable rates and low manning and training levels. It says U.S. Central Command reported 62 injuries during the course of Operation Neptune Solace, though the report said it was unclear whether they happened during the performance of duties or resulted off duty or from pre-existing medical conditions, or like seasickness or something. I mean, what was pre-existing? Like, why would they send those people there if they had like a pre-existing thing? I don't get that. Says this Pentagon had previously confirmed that 3 service members were injured May 23, 2024, as a result of a non-combat incident during the operation. One of those injured, Army Sergeant Quandarius Devon Stanley, he was only 23, died October 31st while under long-term medical care. Man, what happened to him? That sucks, though. Only 23. Jeez. Anyway, this is the end of the article right here. It says, that's the Biden military. Unprepared, untrained, and totally lost. It's not the fault of our brave men and women in uniform. That's a top-down crisis. And thankfully, Pete Hegseth seems like he's going to be doing something about that very soon by forcibly retiring a lot of people that are very high up, like 3, I think it was actually not 3-star, 4-star generals, because there's way too many of them. So it says that's a top-down crisis. When your commander-in-chief is half brain dead, I'd argue about the half brain dead. I would just say brain dead. Wanders around looking aloof and drools in his soup. This is what you get. Total disaster. So another thing that the Biden administration lied to people about, but there's people like Ana Navarro out there who say on their programs that Joe Biden, what did he lie about? He didn't lie about anything. Well, here's yet another example. I'll just keep adding it to the pile. That's really all I got to say about this, and just another ridiculous thing that Joe Biden did. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.